Hey YouTube, it's Cantburn. Film number 11. Thought we'd go out for a little drive. I chatted with Mike a little bit on fuelsaver.org. He's the gentleman that sells this EFIE. It's probably one of the best ones I found when I was looking for a specific model to do what I needed. I was under the impression for a while, I guess last year, he was actually presetting these units at a 200 millivolts. I think what happened is the 200 millivolts combined with whatever the O2 sensor was sending out was bumping the readings up when you installed them to over 400 or 500. So now he doesn't preset them at all. Evidently, my unit is it's set right. I've actually had to turn it down. I could actually probably get that number to actually go higher by putting a extender on my O2 sensor, but I really didn't need to. I've actually got this set for around 350 as I'm driving down the road. You see it's rock steady, 360, 364. I can actually put a screwdriver on it. I can turn this down as we're driving. And you want to turn it just a little bit at a time, and you can actually watch the readings fall as you adjust it. I just back it off about a half turn at a time. I can actually bring this, I could probably bring this back down to around the 250 range if I really want to. I'm not really having a big issue with it. It's not that the truck really smells too rich. Like I said, you can set this, he suggests, you know, setting it at 200 to start, and then from 200 you can adjust it to however your rig operates and how well your mileage is. But this is a trial and error issue. Set this where you want, burn a tank of gas, compute your mileage, and then keep bumping it up 50 millivolts to you know, between 50 75 millivolts at a time. Burn another tank of fuel, see how the engine does, see how your power settings are, compute your mileage, and keep doing that until you either start getting a drop off or the engine starts stumbling on you. But don't go past 450, because anything past 450 the computer is not going to recognize it, and you're either going to get a engine trouble light, or it's going to start throwing engine codes, and then it's going to go into some friggin', you know, probably a diagnostic phase that's not going to do anything for you but waste your time. So anywhere from 200 to 450. I'm going to turn it down a little more, just so I'm just trying to show you how easy it is to set this, and how the EFIE will readjust the signal going to the computer. So you can set this on the fly. You figure out how your engine's running. You know, I can crank this thing up to 450, or I can drop it down to 0. It all depends on how my particular engine reacts to the setting that I'm giving it. So we're going to drive around a little bit, and I'll probably end up setting this thing at 250. I'll burn another tank of gas, take some mileage, and I gotta wait for my fans to come in before I can do the rest of the install, so I might as well go ahead and play with it at this point to see what the engine will do without the gas. So once I get the hydrogen flowing in, I'm gonna have to redo this anyway, because I don't know what type of reaction the motor's gonna have. But the EFIE is in. Just go talk to Mike at fuel-saver.org. And he's the moderator. He runs the business. You can find his devices there, especially this unit. He sells the single EFIE and the double. If you order the single, don't worry about the fact that it comes with 6 wires, because the double and the single use the same wiring harness. There's just 2 wires that you're not going to use. If you're going to use the single, they both use the red and the black for your power and your ground, but if you're going to only run a single, you only need the green wire and the white wire. Green wire goes to the O2 sensor, the white wire goes to the computer. I think there's a brown wire and a blue wire. The other two you just snip off or just seal up tight. You're not going to use them, so don't worry about them. So that's it from right now. I'm still waiting on my fans. Once the fans come in, we'll get this thing buttoned up and do another retest, and we'll show you what's going on. Until then, have a good one.